Good morning, folks. I think you'll agree with me when I say that yesterday's vlog, if it's a scale of 1 to 10 randomness, that's probably like an 11. I was so out of it. But today I feel a lot better. I feel proactive and like I could actually achieve something, which is nice. Must have been all that Guitar Hero 5 playing I did. Contemplate life's big questions over a giant mug of tea. One of the things I think I'll briefly touch on is since I've recorded and posted the video on suicide, I have got a fair amount of questions and comments thanking me for the things I did, and it's asking me for advice. If you have any kind of issues like that, I'm more than happy to give advice. And you saw, I'll sit down and I'll make a video, and but just like anybody else out there on YouTube, my advice is only kind of one piece of the puzzle. And it's not what I say to you necessarily, but it's what you do with it that kind of counts. And, you can Google a million different things, find a trillion different results, and get all this advice, mountain loads of advice. But at the end of the day, if you don't actually push forward and be proactive about that advice, and not really listen to yourself about what the best course of action would be, you're not going to get anywhere. All you're doing is looking for advice, but not actually really getting any because you're not using it. When you realize that nothing is going to change you except for yourself, it helps a lot. I think I could have sat through numerous appointments and sessions with psychologists and with psychiatrists, with counselors and with doctors, and I could still be feeling the exact same way which I was. But I'm not, because I recognized that I needed change. I was proactive about it and I changed myself. I put the first foot forward. And to be able to do that is that, that just changes everything. If I didn't make that conscious decision that I wanted to change and go and change it for myself, then I would still be the same person, just who's been to psychologists a few times and really hasn't gained anything from it. I listen to what they're trying to say over and over. It's kind of droned into my head, and I would understand. It's such textbook shit. I know if you have a panic attack, you gotta sit down and just breathe and all this sort of shit. And I knew that, but I wasn't taking it on board because I wasn't actually doing it. And when I started to do it, not necessarily the breathing thing, I was very ignorant about that, and judgmental. But everything else, when I started actually doing it, well, it actually started helping. And that's the whole idea, It's like you can skim through a book and read all its words and say that you've read it, but until you get the message which is inside the book, you haven't actually read it. You've just been staring at words the whole time. Letters, formations, little pictures. So it's the same thing with everything, man. If you want to help, if you want to change, you gotta help yourself, because everyone can try to help you, but at the end of the day, if you don't help yourself, none of it's gonna matter, and none of it's gonna change anything. So I want you to keep that in mind today, okay? If you're having problems with money, if you're having problems with friends, problems with family, problems with health, every single thing which you can possibly have problems with, they're not just going to go away, and they're not just going to magically change. You need to do something about it yourself. Go get a job, go to your doctor and work out an exercise and diet plan which should best suit you. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, work out what the problem is and how you can make it better. Everything is a result of your actions, if you know what I mean. So your actions can make things negative, or your actions can make things positive. I say, go out, face your problems head first, and know that you can change them. If you're willing to change them, you will change them. You just gotta take that step forward and say, what's the problem? How do I fix it? Because at the end of the day, no one can help you if you don't want to help yourself. That's all I have to say today, folks. Over and out, Scouts.